Good morning. I'm Dr. Parrott. I'm the principal of Ford's Middle School. We know this is an exciting time. It's a strangest opening of school we've ever had. We've never done a virtual opening. I just want you to know that we are excited and hopeful that at some point we're going to get to see you all, and we know that you are anxious to start middle school, and we hope that this is a really productive and great 3 years. We know you're going to grow academically and physically. It's a really great time in middle school. We have a really great group of teachers and staff members here that will help that transition and get you ready to be successful in high school and beyond. So what I want to do today is give you all a little orientation to our school, since you can actually come here at this point. What we're going to do is I'm going to walk around the building and show you around. And what I want you to keep in mind as you go through this little video I've put together is that when you do come to school, and at some point you will come to school, when you do, our sixth grade teachers will do a really great job of knowing and understanding that you've never been in our school before and that middle school is completely new to you. So they will walk you through all these things. If you forget stuff, they're going to help you with it. There's a lot that goes on into just getting you used to being in middle school. So don't fret, don't panic. We're going to take good care of you. And like I said, hopefully this will be a great 3 years. Let's go take a look inside Ford's Middle School. Here we are in the main office of Ford's Middle School. Let's go take a look inside and meet some of our secretaries. This is the main office. We have closest to us Miss Della Pietro, and we have Miss Morrison. Say hi, ladies.
Hello.
You're talking to our sixth graders that are coming in. Now I'm going to take you sneak peek. I haven't even given Mr. Sealander the heads up, but we have a vice principal here at middle school. This is Mr. Sealander.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome.
Mr. Sealander is our vice principal. He's always here to help if you need him. Let's go back outside now. The area across from the main office, we call it the hill because you'll notice there's steps that lead up to it. As you go up the hill, this is where you'll find your art room and some other different classrooms. Let's take a look into the art room. The art room is the second room on the left when you go up into the hill. This is our art room. As sixth graders, you'll have 23 days of art, 23 days of music, 23 days of world language, and then you will also have 23 days of computers. Now, if you're doing the math, there's 180 days in the school year. That's half of the school year. The other half of the school year will be gym class, which you will also have during block 1. All sixth grade specials occur during block 1. As we continue down what we call the hill, we're going to come to a bit of a crossroad here, where if you look forward, you'll see what we call the new wing. A clever name for the hallway that was an addition added to the building in 2007. If we turn to our right, we'll be looking down the 7th grade hallway. You notice there's a stairs. You'll only find 2 stairs in our entire school. One that leads to the 7th grade hallway, and the other one, looking back down, leads to the main office and the hill. Turning back to our left, we could take a walk down the new wing. Here you'll find various classrooms, including one of our 6th grade math teacher, Miss Coleman, whose classroom is located all the way at the end of the new wing on the left-hand side. Again, this is going to seem like a large building, but you'll get the hang of it in no time. Here we are in the back part of our school, or as we often call the Fanning Street side. Right now we're looking out onto Fanning Street. Why am I showing you the back parking lot? Because those of you who do not take a bus and get dropped off to school will be getting dropped off back here. There's a sign out on Ford Avenue that says parent drop off. So what you would do is you'd come down Soren Street, follow the path of the parking lot as I'm showing you now, and you drop off along the yellow curb here, and then you move back down Fanning Street to leave. It's a one-way flow of traffic to keep things from getting backed up in the morning. That's the back of our school. Just to give you an idea, that's the new wing. This is the 7th grade hallway here, and this is the door that you'll enter in the morning. Again, this is just if you are a drop-off student. If you are a bus student, you're going to be on the other side. This here is the hallway that connects the 8th grade and the 7th grade halls. It's kind of a no man's land, because if you'll notice as I walk down, there's no classrooms here. It's just a cut-through hallway that connects the different hallways. To our right, we'll have one of our 2 courtyards. And then I'll take you over to show you the 8th grade hallway. Moving from the 7th grade hallway, we come to the 8th grade hallway. If you'll notice, if you look all the way down to the end of the hallway, that's the main office. All right, that is the main entrance to the building. So now we are at the end of the 8th grade hallway, and I'm going to take you over to our cafeteria. So you'll notice there are signs that mark that this is the cafeteria. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, the cafeteria is still dark and very quiet, but it's ready to go. This is where you'll come every day after block 3. It is part of your block 3, but 6th graders eat the 3rd lunch in our schedule. And what will happen is you'll come in here, you will sit down according to homerooms, and then we will call you up for lunch. We have 2 different lunch lines, one that serves pizza, so there's pizza every day and sandwiches, there's an assortment of salads, and there's a hot lunch line also, which serves a different dish every day over here. Again, so if you come in, you're going to need to you're going to have to make sure that you're paid up with My School Bucks. That's how we purchase lunch here. You'll put in your PIN code. Don't panic if you've forgotten your PIN code. We will take care of this. We will have people with the PIN codes. We'll even put it on your schedules when you eventually come to school. So this is our cafeteria. That's our big screen. We have a TV in here. We post announcements and news and things like that. These are our vending machines. Always seem to be a big hit. But beware, the vending machines are use at your own risk, because they are not perfect and they will eat your money on occasion. So we do have vending machines that are still empty for now because we don't have students yet. But at some point, there's going to be snacks inside those vending machines. Okay, so this is our cafeteria. As I leave our cafeteria and go back into the hallway, the first thing you'll find is our media center. This is Mrs. Gross' classroom, and you'll find this is where we have one of our computer classes. Moving away from the cafeteria at the end of the 6th grade hall, we have our 2 different music rooms. Room 30 is Miss Bykowski's vocal music room. Room 31 is Ms. Bolton's instrumental music room. This is where you'll go if you have either band on your schedule or if you have vocal music. Vocal music in room 30, instrumental in 31. Now let's take a look at the 6th grade hall. So here we have it, the 6th grade hall. Now I know, because I've been doing this for a while, that the biggest thing that makes 6th graders anxious are lockers. Well, there's good news and bad news with that, folks. Starting off this 2020-2021 school year, students will not have lockers. Due to COVID restrictions and social distancing, we can't put you all next to each other to go to lockers. So you will be permitted to carry a backpack to carry any books around once you return to school. Now, our lockers, as you'll notice, have their own locks on them. So there's no need for you to bring a lock to school for your hallway locker once you get one. And please don't panic about opening them. Our teachers will do a tremendous job of teaching you how to do this. I've seen it. I've seen people stress out over it. They're very anxious, and I need to know how to open my locker. Well, our teachers will definitely make sure that you know how to do this. Let's take a look in a few of our 6th grade classrooms so you get an idea of what they look like. This is room 35. This is Mr. McCann's room. This is what a middle school classroom looks like in the 6th grade wing. And they're similar in the 7th and 8th as well. You'll notice desks are spaced out for social distancing compliance. And that is what a middle school classroom looks like. Now let's go take a look at one of our science classrooms. Here we have Ms. Kuntz's classroom. It's room 37, right next door to Mr. McCann's. You'll note one note is that the classrooms on one side of the hall are always even, and on the other side they're always odd. This is a science classroom. You can tell by the sink. And science classrooms have tables here. You'll notice normally 2 people sit at a table. That's been changed for social distancing. There is now 1 chair at a table. And that's one of our science classrooms in the 6th grade hall. The 6th grade hallway rooms start with room 32, which is Ms. Valentine's, and they go all the way to 42, which is Mr. Mills' classroom here at the end of the hallway. Just another view of the 6th grade hallway. Now at the end of the 6th grade hallway, when you get to the flag that you saw, looking left and looking right, this is what I call our gym hallway. You'll see up there's a sign that says gymnasium. Let's take a look inside the gymnasium. Pardon the noise, there's a fan going. This is our gymnasium. Like I said before, all students at Ford's Middle School will have half a year of gym class. Part of that will be a health class as well. This is our Ford's Middle School gymnasium. Now I wanted to show you our locker rooms because in middle school, you have to change for gym class. Now with that being said, because of the opening of school, whenever we do go to the hybrid schedule, there will be no changing for gym class. Again, due to the COVID rules, we can't put you all in a locker room. So you're going to want to make sure that when you have gym class on your schedule, that you dress comfortably so you can participate in gym class. Again, that's the girls' side of the gym, we call it, because that's the girls' locker room entrance. And this is the boys' locker room entrance. Again, we will take you through all of these steps when we go back to school in person at some point. Now let's go take a look at another part of our building. Exiting our gymnasium and turning left will take us on a hallway back towards the main office and back towards the 8th grade hallway. The 8th grade hallway is the same hallway as the main office. We have bathrooms located here. And if we move a little further down the hallway, we'll come to the nurse's office. Room 28 is right here. It's a classroom for Miss Kenny, Miss Kaminsky. A couple of teachers share that. Here we have Ms. Dono's office. Ms. Dono is our nurse here at Ford's Middle School. This is where you'll come if you're not feeling well or for various other reasons. If you need to, parents, if you need to get in touch with Ms. Dono, her phone number in the office is 732-596-4086. That's Ms. Dono, our school nurse. Here we are at the Fords Middle School Guidance Office. This is where you go for advice, scheduling, checking in for attendance, or anything else you might need. They're always open to help. Let's take a look inside. This is Miss Fansara. Miss Fansara is the counselor for students with the last names M through Z. Hi, Miss Fansara.
Hi.
We also have Mr. Masaccio. Mr. Masaccio is the counselor for students with last names A through L. Hey, Mr. Masaccio.
How you doing?
You can come see either of these two really great people anytime and they'd be willing to help. Now that I've shown you around the school a little bit, I thought it'd be useful if I provided you a little bit of a map to show you the school. It's definitely not as big as it seems, and you will get used to it very quickly, I promise you. Now that I've shown you around the building and you've met some of the staff here at Fords Middle School, I wanted to go through a few things that could help as we begin a new school year, especially in our current situation. One thing you definitely want to make sure you still have is your Google account from elementary school. Now, if you don't have it, please make sure you reach out to us so we can try to track it down for you. But you definitely need to know that Google account that ends in WTSDNJ.com. You need to have that because that's how you'll access the devices and the Google Classrooms. Speaking of Google Classroom, most teachers at Fords Middle School will be using Google Classroom at least during the fully remote part of the school year as we begin in September. You want to make sure that you have access to these Google Classroom codes. If you're not familiar, a lot of them are posted on our teachers' websites, which is found on our Fords Middle School website. Some of your teachers may have invited you already, so if you know your Google account from last year, you may want to just go in there and check out to see who's already invited you. Next, I want to talk about the 6th grade supply list. Again, this is going to look different this year. In years past, when we start the year in person, it makes a little bit more sense. But we still posted the 6th grade supply list on our website. It's in the news section there. So you can take a look at it and see what's recommended. I personally will always recommend waiting to see who your teachers are, waiting to see what your teachers ask, so that way you don't go out and buy a bunch of notebooks that you may or may not need. Again, especially under the current situation, this is more relevant than ever. Next, I want to talk about free and reduced lunch applications. Now, free and reduced lunch applications must be filled out every year. Even if you had it last year, you must reapply this year. That can be done online through the parent portal or by going onto the district's website and printing out the forms and bringing them into us. Finally, I wanted to talk just briefly about cell phones in school. At Fords Middle School, we have a policy of off and away when it comes to cell phones in school. We understand that most children carry them. I understand I have 3 children of my own, and that there's a need or a desire to want to be able to contact your children. But in school, it must be off and away in your locker. Okay, that is the policy here. Parents, when you go on to the parent portal, one of the policies that you'll have to check off is the cell phone policy, because they're quite a disruption to the education process. So we definitely want to encourage you to either leave it at home or it definitely has to be off and away in your locker. There's probably a bunch of things I've missed in going through this video and walking around the school. But like I've told you before, once you come to school, and I'm confident that we will come to school together at some point, but when you do, all of these things will be explained and clarified. The teachers spend a lot of time in the 6th grade just getting you acclimated to being in middle school. We understand this is a big transition, and we want to make sure that is a smooth transition. So if there's anything in here that you're unsure of, I promise it will be answered when we come to school and we get to see each other. Thanks. Here's the contact information for Ford's Middle School. I've given you our website where we post tons and tons of information, our Twitter handle where we take pictures and post pictures of our kids doing amazing things, the phone number to our main office, and my email. Feel free to contact us anytime regarding your student. Before I let you go, I wanted to let you in on our hashtag for Ford's Middle School. We are FMS. What does this mean? It means that we're family. It means that we have to look out for each other, be respectful of each other, and take care of each other here at Ford's Middle School. Middle school can be a tough time where you're going to be growing and learning new people, and it's just better if we all are just kind to each other and treat each other like family that looks out for each other. It's so important to making this a really successful year. So just remember that. We are FMS. Have a great day, everyone. We hope to see you soon.